Mathew. What got me into the car scene? About 2016, I just finished high school. You know where you're from, the hood. You see these bunch of guys, they're cool, they're chilling out with their VWs. And I just told myself that one day I would love to own a stance car. My first car was a VW Golf, City Golf. I actually had three, but my first car was a City Golf. I think if I remember correctly, it was a red Polo player. And I saw this car, 17s, the car is shining. And I remember just growing towards it, telling myself that one day I'd love to have my own car. So that basically inspired me to get into the stance scene. "100%, especially the scene that I'm in, the stance scene. I mean, if I look at 2020, just before COVID, to now 2020, 2025, it's grown tremendously. It's a culture, and I love it. What car? I'd say your entry-level cars, your City Golf, your Toyota Taz, easy build. There's so much you can do to it. Not too expensive as well. I'm saying this because I had a City Golf. I know exactly if that car breaks down the highway, I know exactly what's wrong with that car. Whereas with your new cars, or your newer cars, let me put it that way, there's only so much that you can do to it. As with the City Golf, you can do that whole car, if you understand what I mean. If I had to compare stance and performance, I'd obviously say stance for myself. I'm more about how the car looks. If a kid comes to me, if I'm at a show, the kid doesn't look under the hood. They speak based on what they see, you understand? So I feel like, for me personally, it's the stance, the looks over performance, 100%. Surprisingly, before I got this car, I actually wanted the F20. But this car was on the table, the offer was on the table. I was like, there's not many F30s, F20s, on the scene, especially in the stance scene. So I was like, let me pull something off with the F20. Maybe after this we can eat to the F30. I think the one problem we are faced with is the cops, especially in the stance scene. Back in 2018, there was an event it was just booming, it was called Stance Church actually. It happened on a Sunday. It was right next to F&B Stadium in Soweto. We'd have plus minus 1,000 people just having a good time, nobody's harming anybody, and then we'd have our Metro Police pull up, rubber bullets, tear gas, and I just feel like that is a problem that we are faced with in the stance community. We're spreading the culture, we're not doing anything, we're not harming anybody, and then we have Metro Police coming and then just ruining the party. I do understand though that you need to have permits. You can't just go to any public place. There were talks about the mayor getting involved, in our culture with stance. I'm not sure how far that got. Mr. Gaten McKenzie, if you're watching this channel, please help us out, just for government to get more involved. So if I had to get a fresh F20 stock standard, I'd definitely start, even though I'm for looks, I'd definitely start with the motor. Check the car out thoroughly. Motor has to be healthy before we go to the looks. With accessories, I would definitely start with air suspension. As for these heavier cars, for your BMWs and your Mercedes, they're a bit more expensive than your lighter cars. So air suspension is something you need to budget for. if I can say that. And then definitely after that, I'll go for my wheels, smash and grab, make sure my leather is 100% treated. So I'll start with the different types of suspensions for a car, or if you want to start a car for performance. I'll start with your drop springs. You normally get your 60-40 mil performance struts. You then got your coilovers, which is manually adjusted. So you literally jack your car up, turn down or turn up. That's called your coilovers. And then you also have your air suspension, obviously, which is a bit more expensive, but more efficient, more convenient. With me driving a BMW, the comparison, if I have to compare stock and with the air suspension, I can tell you there's like a 5% difference. Does tire profile matter when you're putting air suspension in your car? 100% it does. If you're going for looks, if you're going for fitment, a thinner profile, which I'm running is a 195/35/18. It's not your most comfortable tire. I'd say if you are dailing the car, which I'm not, I'd say maybe 205/35/18 if you're dailing your car. But as for me, I don't normally drive the car as much, mostly weekends. I can run the thinner profile. So in terms of maintenance, I'd start with the motor. When I bought this car, I bought it pre-owned, but I promised myself that I would take this car to BMW. Even if it's my last penny, I'll make sure that this car goes to BMW, just for my peace of mind. Taking the car to BMW, knowing exactly what's wrong with the car. Number one, peace of mind. For me personally, number one, you need to have faith. If you told me 10 years ago that I'd be driving an F20, I would have probably just laughed at you in my City Golf or whatever car it might have been. Keep the faith, keep believing, work hard, stay in school, find what you're good at, and pursue it. My Instagram handle is Mathew. That's where you can find me.